Good morning, everybody. It is 7:25 in the morning. Sorry I was not with you guys yesterday morning. I had a bit of a power outage and we had just the oddest kind of weather. We had over the weekend we had like 50-degree weather, and then on Monday it was kind of nice again, but then oh man, my days are all running together. What day is it today? Wednesday. Yeah, like actually Monday evening, and then all into Tuesday, we just had a monstrously huge blizzard. Just like horrible, horrible blowing snow. I couldn't even see across the street. Um, it was just wild. And the power went out, and yeah, it was just nuts. Power went out, internet went out, power went out, came back on, internet went out, and I really can't stream effectively off of the hotspot on my phone. So sorry about that yesterday. Just didn't get a chance to get all that jazz done. So here we are today, and we've had a lot of stuff go on over the last 24 hours. So let's kind of go over some of those things. And I appreciate your understanding and your patience. Winter is sometimes a little unpredictable. All right. So let's just kind of take a look at, let's start off with the dollar index, okay? Now the dollar index is up 0.19, but it's been down. All right. And yesterday, we went down right away in the morning, and then we even went down a little further yesterday because Gary Cohn, he's the economic advisor for the White House, he has resigned. And he resigned because of the tariff situation. We were talking about tariffs a little bit on Monday. And so he has resigned, so that has caused a lot of people to get upset because, he's an old Goldman's guy. He's a big trade advocate, big guy for the economy. So obviously some worries and concerns about him jumping ship. And we can get rid of some of these charts here. We don't really need them up. So it's understandable why there's some jitters in the market regarding his taking a step back from his position. How have the markets reacted since then? Since that announcement? It was after the market closed yesterday. Well, regular general market closed yesterday. Well, we can see the futures markets reacted very negatively because when they opened up again yesterday, we opened down, we gapped down in the Dow, then we also gapped, we did gap down in the NASDAQ, we gapped down in the ES, but we bought those dips back up. So currently we are still below, but we're above the gap down from yesterday when the market reopened. How did that affect the cryptocurrencies? Not a whole heck of a lot. We had a ton of volume traded in our cryptos. This is the second highest volume bar since the reversal volume that we had back on the 6th of February. And we have some more significant volume coming in, but we're not getting a huge sell-off here. A lot of the volume was selling volume, but we've seemed to are beginning to want to recover off of that volume a little bit. And probably looking at this 45-degree line being our support. Litecoin, it's just sitting inside of this arc here, struggling to get out of it and above it, so it's just going to have to move past it. And Ethereum has just been kind of a dull laggard. This guy has not moved outside of a $20 range for quite some time. Just not a very active moving pair. dollar index has recovered its gap. Gold shot up, and now it's retracing some. Euro caught a nice bid yesterday. At the announcement of that news, it shot up quite a bit. Shot up from 123.51 all the way up to, we're in the 124 now, and got above this line, got above our 45 here. Now we're back below it. We'll see if we want to trade above it. The news we have coming out, ADP, labor, all that jazz. That had come out already. But we'll see what the euro wants to do and how it wants to trade this. And then we have the dollar yen. Had its dump yesterday when that news came out, but now we have recovered some of it, and we are currently sitting just 14 pips below 106 handle. We may recover that zone again. We'll see here. Aussie dollar showed some recovery after falling below this break. Now we're testing this zone again, seeing whether or not we want to fall below it or not. New Zealand dollar, similar setup, back above this zone. Pound dollar, probably showing the most weakness out of the dollar pairs. Euro pound continuing its drive up here, and we're kind of finding some resistance at this angle and this confluence of time and price. We're coming into a pivot in time here. Be careful of that. U.S. dollar, Canadian dollar, bit of a move down here. Should be expected. That's been a pretty meteoric rise. Almost 300 pips of movement in 10-day period, less than 10-day period. Excuse me. So our yen pairs the yen is really strong, and we're looking at how that may play out. And then we're looking at the dollar Swiss here. Regained a lot of that weakness. It's kind of sitting at some resistance here. So those are where the markets are sitting right now. Now let's take a peek at the euro dollar. Now we have our fib line here from our swing high to our swing low. And so we got up to the 618 retracement. We have moved above it. And we are currently sitting at this angle. And I'm looking at looking at our price range here on this angle. This has been a pretty steep rise. And I'm looking at lower highs So lower highs in our oscillator and higher highs in price. That is regular bearish divergence. Okay, regular bearish divergence. So just based on technicals, because we're at this angle and because we are at a very steep rise, and because we are showing weakness in the oscillator on the 4-hour, we should look for prices to come down. If I bring it down to an hourly, not as much of a divergence, if at all. Really, there is one if we want to go like this. I mean, we do have those actually happening in this time frame too, where we have these lower highs and higher highs forming. So we do have a lot of divergence on the euro dollar. Okay, now let's just double check something here. Just getting into this here. Okay, now if we take a peek now at the US dollar, dollar yen pair, kind of got mixed opinions on what we're doing here. You know, is there a lot of fear related to US trade with this tariff talk? Yeah. I don't, you know, the tariff talk and then the White House economic advisor leaving, you know, fundamentally, those are some pretty big deals, but the market hasn't really like gone totally bonkers because of it. So there must be some perception of limited risk associated with this. Additionally, the dollar seems to be gaining some strength back. We may be looking at the bottom area of our dollar forming around here. Obviously, the next break is down here, so we're looking at a short below 105.31. So we've got a couple long and short zones. Aussie dollar, US dollar. Got some resistance here. So we do have a couple long ideas on the Aussie dollar, US dollar. We can go long at 0.783 or short at 0.7795. Those are kind of our zones to look at there. New Zealand dollar. Got kind of a bull flag set up. So I'm looking at a short below 0.7274. Or looking at a long, at a break of this angle and this arc. So we're looking at 7306. For that. Pound dollar, kind of in a fishy spot. You know, we do have a long, kind of have a long setup maybe. Looking at these trend lines. Excuse me. Possible short or long here. Kind of have to take a peek at that one. Euro pound continuing to show some strength here. Not a lot of, this is just really indicative of some auto buying. I mean, really not seeing a lot of participation at all. Really not a lot of speculators. This is all just bots trading against one another. Especially when you see a pretty flat line going up, there's not a lot of activity. It's kind of almost a sign of weakness. That's how I read it. Looking at gold. Oops. Gold. Still below this trend line. So we have a long and a short idea here. We would want to go short at break and hold below 13.25. and long at a break and hold. 1337.5. So we want to go long here, short down here. We're stuck in the mid. A lot of these charts we're looking at are kind of stuck in the middle zone of areas and trying to find some difficulty of breaking out either direction. The euro, it's always fun to see the structure play out where it just kind of follows this trend and moves up. Banked up off of that. You know, if we're going to do a little Elliott analysis, if we had a 5-wave down and this is our 3 corrective wave here, then we should be beginning our next impulse wave down. Maybe. We'll see. But looking at where the euro's sitting, if we look at it on a daily, we are accelerated. If we look at it on, you know, we are up 5 days in a row. If we closed around here today, 5 days in a row up usually signals a move down. And we have decreasing volume as we go up. Looking at the 4 hour, it's a good sell signal on the 4 hour. Yep, great sell signal on the 4 hour. Similar structure in our oscillator. So that is a good sell signal. Again, here's that divergence on the 4 hour. Dollar yen, supportive buying structure in our oscillator. You know, we have, you know, lower lows. So no bullish divergence here. But we are looking at a setup that looks to be long. But really, we probably only want to get long above 106.5. So I'll bring us back above this trend line and back above this fib line. All right. And we'll definitely want to look to go short if it can't hold above this long-term channel here, you know, from here down here, if it can't hold above that, then we're looking at having another short opportunity. Aussie dollar. So we're up at the 50 mid of our. Where are we at here? Yeah. Swing low to swing high. We are at the 50% retracement zone. You know, Gann was big on 50% retracement zones. That once price hits it, it likes to bounce back. But you know, we kind of fell through that 50, got to the 618, found some support. But now we're looking a little resistive here as we've come up back to it. So let's see how this guy plays out. That short opportunity may come into play. On the New Zealand dollar, US dollar, you know, again, we've broken this angle, so the rule of angles is that it moved to test the next. So we're having some difficulty getting there. And we do have some noticeable divergence, again, on the composite index. This is where the strength of the composite index is over the RSI, is that it spots these are the divergences where the regular RSI does not. Pound dollar. Kind of flat neutral divergence here. But definitely, we break below here again, you know, we're looking at a short opportunity. So we're looking to short at a break and hold below 1.382. Euro pound. Okay, now that's showing some weakness up there. Oh yeah, we're at a confluence of these angles here. Time, price, momentum, or sorry, price and momentum kind of converged right there. So yeah, we should expect to see some selling, you know, probably back down to the 0.8898. So I mean, that's a good couple short options. You know, and our downside risk is, our upside risk is limited to above this angle. So it's a good one to look at. Again, kind of taking a peek again at our, bring it back down to the hourly. At the UJ, holding its own a little bit. Really needs a lot of shoving to get it back up here for some bullish outlook. Euro dollar pair, little heavy. Got some good selling volume on the pair here, but you know it's getting bought up quite a bit. Keeping an eye on that. Now let's take a peek at our cryptos quick. We're looking at testing the 10,000 value area again. Possibly in Bitcoin. So if I want to go from swing to swing here, so we're sitting at the 5.8, or sorry, the 50% retracement is where we found some support. All right, and so we should look to see how this goes around this level to see if we'll get some more buying back up, or if we're gonna kind of maybe travel down and test the 10,000 value area again, maybe even the 9,400. Now, we found resistance up at the previous kind of swing high, 11,800. If we go back all the way to February 6th, not even a month ago, not even 30 days, I should say. So if we're looking at these areas that were retraced to, you know, we're looking at a pullback to the 0.236, and the 50% retracement zone for here from this swing is the 8824 value area. Okay. So keep an eye on that. see how these prices want to play out at that level. Dollar index. You know what? I want to do something with you guys on the dollar index that I don't think we've done on it. So I want to get a square using Gann's law of vibration. I want to use his 192 days count. So I want to find my high, which is January of 2017. All right, I'm going to put a vertical line the day after that, because that's what we do. We go to the day after. And then I want to plot where are we at? 192 days. Well, 191 will do, so now I need 193 from this one. Which is where we're at. And then 192 from here. Wunderbar. Now I want to go half the distance, so 96 or 97 is what it's going to give me. Now I want to figure out, I need to figure out my harmonics here. Looking at the weekly, where's my all-time low? At 70. Okay, so now what I want to do is I made a little indicator of my own. Haven't fixed it yet. But what's the low? 70.98. Haha. Loving that. Okay, cool. So now that's giving me that level. And then I also, so now I want to look at these areas. Nine, 4, 6, 5. And 8875. Okay, now so those are going to help me plot. I need a horizontal line here, here, there, there, there. Cool. Now, got those. Now I want to plot. I need to do 20 divisions of 24 here. Actually, just 48 actually. 49 works. Oh, what the hell am I doing? Bring it down to the daily, idiot. Okay, 48. There we go. Sweet. Now I can start to place my squares. And I'm going to put those, we'll start off with here. And here. So I'm going to go 94.62. Oops. $93.17, and then I want $91.7. I just kind of want to look at this, that area right there, bring it down to an hourly, and kind of see what that past price action has traded like. Break of the angle, support on it, support, or resistance, support. Resistance, fell through. Yeah, not the most, not the best. So we'll plot out this other one and see if we like that. So I want to put it in this area here, and I just need to do here and here. Say 91.7 and 90.23. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Cancel. 90.23 is right, but I want 88.72. There we go. And I want 91.7. 90.23, that's already there. Cool. Okay. Now I want to look at this price action of our current activity. Sure. Now those might be too tight, so I want to look at maybe I want to form these circles instead of we want to go from larger circles. So I'm just going to hide these. Don't want to delete them. But now I'm going to form the Gann squares and circles within the entire harmonic series. All right, now I only want to go down to 94.62. Same thing over here. 88.72. Don't really need to worry about this one, but okay, now let's, oh, gotta do this one. Cool, all right, bring it down to the hourly. Maybe this will give us a more accurate, yes, this does work better. I can see that already. Following the arc, sell through, support within the arc. Yes, trading within that. Okay, cool. Breakdown, support, writing the angle. Yeah, cool. All right. And we're just kind of hovering in here now. Okay. Gives us kind of an idea of what is happening. Sweet. All right, let's take a look at our trades that we had quick. Looking at the euro. Okay, it is showing some weakness off that divergence. Looks like we may want to test below the angle here, which is fine. And I'm getting alerts. UJ might be finding some buying here. Aussie dollar weakness at this entire area. It's a strong area for it to break above and want to hold above. Very, very, very difficult to get above this entire area. New Zealand dollar, looking at that short opportunity going below here. Pound dollar, looking at the short probable as we get below there. Euro pound, you know, yeah, that's kind of showing a little bit more weakness too. So, yeah, you know, we've got some good trades coming up here. It's pretty good. You know, we're definitely going to want to watch and see what happens fundamentally with our news in the U.S. regarding the economic policies and what the fallout's going to be with Gary Cohen. Yeah, some cool opportunities coming forward here. So let's look forward to those. look forward to those opportunities and get on top of them. So have a great rest of your trading day. Have a great rest of your trading week. And I will visit with you all tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.